Bonjour, bonjumps, bonjella. Welcome down. It's me, Penny Arcade, live on Facebook and on YouTube. That's right, two Facebooks, the profile and the page tonight, trying a couple different things just to see what works out. Hi, everyone in the comments. We've already got Iona and Jordan. Welcome down, guys. Welcome down. And we've got some special guests joining us tonight, so I'm very excited for a little bit later on. Oh my goodness, let's get some comments in, guys, because as far as I know, I should be able to see all the comments from everywhere at the same time. So if you're watching on my profile, give me a comment saying profile. If you're watching from the page, give me a comment saying page, just so I know what's working. Throw me up some hearts and likes and shares. Thank you, Gary. Yes, the hair. It's the iconic Penny Arcade style, courtesy of the lovely Sean, who got me this little gift. So thank you for that, Sean. Styled, of course, by Gary James Hair Studio. What's it called? Services. Hair Services. I knew it was an S. So we've got profile. We definitely have some profile. Fabulous. Hi, guys. Welcome down to everyone. We've got Gladys. We've got Mother. Hi, Rachel. Hi. Thanks, Marie. Hi, Kieran. We've got Danny DeLonco in there as well. Fabulous. Oh, and the lovely Alan. Hi, Alan. So yes, guys, like it says in the thingy box, it's give me lots of likes and shares and things like that and help me get my drag journey back on track, basically, because I got rid of everything. I got rid of it thinking, oh, that's enough of that. Had that day, that's been done. And now, with everything that's going on, why the fuck not bring her back? I shouldn't really say fuck, because it's a very public stream and we don't like swearing. Mm-hmm. So yes, like I said, we have got some special guests coming up later on. But in the meantime, let's just have a chat. Hi, Caitlin. Hey, Acrid. I've got an Acrid original on again. Look, Acrid original right here. It's one of the runes. Because she ruined my life, basically, that bitch. Anthony, been a few years. Has it been that long, dear? Oh my goodness. Sunderland and everything. Before the water, it's actually after the watershed now. I made sure of it. Yeah. Hey, Latrine. Latrine's in as well. Fabulous. Lots of gorgeous people in. Thanks, guys. I thought I'd wear this tonight because of RuPaul's Drag Race UK is back. And obviously nothing says RuPaul's Drag Race UK like a plain white outfit. But it's technically my tennis outfit. So it's got its little serve. Yeah. So hoping to serve some looks in the future. Oh, you see what I did there? Down with the kids, yeah. Fabulous. Hi, yes, Gladys, you can put your name down for karaoke. It is something that I have actually considered doing on a Tuesday. It's just having like a sing-along, play a karaoke video, and you guys can have a little dance around your living rooms like you would if you were back at home in the yard. Thanks, Denise. So yes, lots of hashtags Tuesdays up there. Look at that. Apparently, I'm the only person that uses that hashtag, so that's like a little bonus, isn't it? It's a little extra point. And if you are feeling generous and are in a position where you can, it's all back to front. We've got a little PayPal down here if anyone's feeling like buying us a little shot. Not that I'm drinking at the minute. Yes, Lauren, we would definitely have to do the Crazy Frog. We'd have to do Crazy Frog. We'd have the ABBA Mega Mix. We'd have them all. We'll have to get Michelle on as a special guest one week. I would love that. What about? Do you think we could get Dartsman in? I'm gonna have to do it. I'm gonna have to join you in the slight drinks. Just a little drink. Marie, I'm not downing it. I'm not downing the bottle, but don't forget, if Mother has got a live, tune in on the Instagrams. Hey, Anna. Does she have the internet? We don't know. I was also thinking about doing some Tuesday merch. So that might be a thing in the future. We'll see where that goes. Where you could get your hands on a one-off Tuesday bandage that you can wear to show your support for ankles everywhere. So yes, guys, lots going on this week. Lots and lots happening on telly and everything. So like I said, RuPaul's Drag Race UK is back. Who were your early favourites? Let me know in the comments now. Well, she definitely has Sky Q. She does. She has Sky Q. Hey, Scott. Thanks, Tess. Yeah, it's just my little casual LGBTQIA plus tennis outfit. It's actually a little jumpsuit thing, but I haven't got tights on, so you're not seeing the legs. Still recovering from last Fireball Friday. I'm not surprised, Mother. I'm not surprised. J. George is in Estina. Lawrence Janey from Gladys. Thanks, Lauren. So yeah, honestly, I really like the new set of queens. Good with who went, yes. I'm guessing everyone's seen it. Are we allowed spoilers? Can we do spoilers? Can we do that? But yeah, good. I was devastated, to be fair. I thought that was one of the queens that was going to go so far through this whole competition. We'll see what happens. You never know if they're going to be back. You can never tell with RuPaul's Drag Race. Would like to buy a Penny will see you next Tuesday t-shirt? I will sort that. I'm going to write that down right now. I've got a little notepad ready. Oh, I see what you've done there. Sure. Yeah. Should I just have my face and the letters see you next Tuesday underneath? Yes, Lawrence Chaney's got a lot of fans and Nathan likes her. But you never know who's going to be back. You never know if they're going to bring anyone back. But I think for the queen that left, I think she's an amazing part of just drag in the UK. She's one of those ones that admits she's very, very old school seaside cabaret sort of drag. And I love that. I love that, mate. Hi, Chris. So is everyone good? So yes, he says, I kind of don't want to spoil anything. But if you haven't seen it by now, what have you been doing? What have you been doing? It's been out for nearly a week. Catch up, bitches, catch up. It's all on iPlayer. And obviously, we've got season 13 happening as well. We're, 3 weeks into that now? 3 weeks? Yeah. We've got some camp stuff coming up on that, apparently. I'm very excited. This music's camp. It's my royalty-free disco. Because it's royalty free, I don't get shut down on Facebook for it. And I don't have to do a whole paragraph at the top of this thing saying, I do not own any music. Please do not sue me. We'll have to get some merch sorted. Any ideas for merch? Anything you want to see on a t-shirt? Drop me a little comment. Danny DeLonco has always loved Ginny Lemon. Ginny is fantastic. Pansia Slice! She's amazing. Amazing queen. Fabulous queen. Hi, DJ Pete from Rusty's. Is that too soon? Bless out Pete. I do love Pete. Pete was one of the first people that ever helped me out with music and things like that back in the days when I used to do Heavens Above the first time. Pete used to always come in and bring me the latest tunes, all of the latest tunes. Things like, how far back are we going? What was coming out at the time? There was a lot of Girls Loud mega mixes going on at the time, I think. Hey, Misty Lee. Fabulous little queen from Newcastle. Always loved a little bit of a song there. Music sounds like 80s porn. That might be why I like it. That might be why I was drawn to it. I'm not going to lie. Oh my God, Gaga. Yes, all the Gaga ones. All of the Gaga mega mixes. DJ Pete used to get me all of them. He used to bring them in on a CD because I used to use CDs because I'm that old. Looking very lily. I will take that. I will happily take that. It's the classic combination of the blue, the pink, the red, and the foie. Yes, in the words of Gretel Moore, you can't go wrong with budgie blue and penis pink, dear. Penis pink for the cheeks, the lips, and budgie blue for the eyes. It was very virulent when I started. Thanks, Danny DeLonco. Look at that. It's all very virulent when I started. To be fair, I used to love some of the remixes that we got of her. Special mention in memory of Ada. Obviously, we have lost our very, very close friend, Adrian Gard, this week. Lots going on Facebook. the funeral's just been announced on Facebook. John Harrison's just announced that. So if you do want to go and check out any of the details, go do that. There's been such an outpouring of love for Adrian as well, all around Newcastle. I don't know if you've seen the yard. It is covered in flowers at the front. Some of the articles going on, just so many accomplishments he had. And he never spoke about them in a way that he was above you. He was always just the god, dear. She was the godfather and will be sorely missed in the Newcastle scene. Stephen missed doing the DJ, but amazing have jobs booked in. Yes, it's not the same not being able to be in a bar at the minute. I just want to be out there doing something. Penny spanked my ass and I liked it. That's a t-shirt idea, and I will get one especially made for Anna. I don't think I spanked that many people, to be fair. Might have to do that when I get back. So, topics to chat about. I've got some things to chat about. Sticking with Drag Race and things like that. What do you think about queens that don't wear wigs? What do you think? Because I didn't wear wigs for a long time. And everyone used to be like, oh my god, you're not doing drag if you're not wearing a wig. And I used to love being like a little bit free with my hair. What do you guys think? Joey J obviously got a little bit of a critique on the American one for not wearing wigs 4 times. 4, imagine that. 4 times not wearing a wig. Got a little bit of a critique in that. And was told to change. Every other queen was told to stay the same. You're a star. Mother Tucker, another queen who doesn't necessarily always wear wigs, but still getting booked nationally, darling. International and national star of stage. Mother Tucker, dear. Yes. Speaking of. Danny Delanco's not worn a wig before. Danny's worn various styles. She's got full wigs and everything. If you didn't get a chance to see one of Danny Delanco's newest hair pieces before we got thrown back into lockdown, you are missing out. Danny, make sure that you post one of your branded one. That's what I'll say, your lovely branded one. Because I don't think I've seen it online yet. Some Penny Arcade pink look for... Oh, God. Pete, please do not share any photos of me from Heavens back then. I don't think her outfits were the strongest. I agree, Caitlin. I agree. Some of the looks were a little bit lackluster, almost. But I think she had the energy. I think she genuinely brought the energy. Thank you, Alan. I do like wearing a wig as well. I do enjoy my times wearing a wig. It kind of gives me a little bit of a bit more personality, I think, when you've got certain types of hair that just go, this is that person. And this one, again, courtesy of Sean, it's very old school, Penny. Got accurate there. I always wear a wig, me. I didn't even know she did drag. Bless you, pet. Also loving that profile. Look at that profile picture, bitches. Look at that. Don't you? Girl. Wigs, though. Wigs. Have you heard, speaking of wigs, happy birthday, Dolly Parton. It's Dolly Parton's birthday today. So how old is she? How old is she now? 70? 76? 75? Someone out there will know. Mother will know. If you're doing a specific character like Lily or Cher, you need a wig. Yeah, I agree, Danny. I agree. I think some people need the hair. Dolly being one of them. Thanks, Ian. Yeah, do you know what? Last week, on my first live, I was absolutely shitting myself. I'm not going to lie. But now that I've done one, it's just like being back with you lot anyway in person. And just being able to read the comments and everything's so sweet. So thank you all for watching as well. We've got 42 people watching at the minute. Thanks, guys. Give me some more shares. Give me some likes if you can. Throw me some hearts my way. 75, Dolly. And she's talking about adopting. She's talking about adopting as well. today, apparently. So she's looking for a 10-year-old to take in. What are your thoughts on that? What do you think about a 75-year-old adopting a child? Personally, I think she's fitting well and she's got a lot to offer someone. So why not? If you think you can help someone in life, why not do it? Do you know what I mean? There's a lot of bad things going on in the world, and surely helping a child could never be a bad thing. Oh, hi, Keith. Hey, my lovely. Hey, Amber. Hi, Mary. Hi, Margaret and Gary. Hi, guys. So, yeah, what's your views on Dolly with the adoptions? Good on her, that's what I say. Yeah. Apparently, statistically, adoption rates go down after the age of 8. It's harder for them to get adopted after the age of 8, and then again after the age of something like 15. So she's going for a harder to home target as well. Why does she want a 10-year-old? I think she's being a bit more realistic as well, because if you think about it, Dolly, she knows she hasn't got forever left, even though, most of us think she has. So logistically from 75, you're talking 25 more years, so the child will be 35 if she goes at 100. That's a good life. Yeah, Keith has seen me numerous times backstage, zipping me into the first outfit of the number, and I'm always a nervous wreck. I'm literally backstage like, even just in the yard on a weekly basis, you'll see I'll kind of slink my way up to the stage and be like, "Hi guys, it's me, Penny Arcade." Sorry, Debbie. She will live forever. She will. Could you imagine? There's just going to be a room with her, Cher, and Betty White sat there going, "Bitches, we did it." Wigs make you look more taller, which I could use one because I'm short. It does help. I'm only 5'8" myself, so it does help me kind of reach like a standard person's height when I've got a wig on. So yes, we've just had Betty White's birthday as well. Betty's just had hers. 99 for Betty. Oh, imagine. Absolutely crazy. Absolutely crazy. I have got some special guests joining me a little bit later on as well, once they've finished what they are doing. I'm very excited about having people on to chat to. Danny's saying you could wear a wig, Margaret, if you want to. Yeah. Once you've had a few sambucas, you will find. Jackie, you know me too well. I do miss my banana sambucas. I might have to get a little bottle of banana sambuca for next week. So then, if you do want to buy me some shots, just drop me a couple of quid here to paypal.me/missarcade. Yeah, the world needs them, Debbie. I completely agree. Did you see that Cher was thinking about doing an online concert and she just didn't know what songs to do because she's had so many over 50 years? What Cher songs would you like? What's your favourite Cher song? It can be a massive hit or it can be one of her lesser known ones. What's your favourite Cher song? What do you think, guys? Get those in. What's your favourite Dolly song as well, actually, while we're on it? Margaret, 4 for 10, so we need a beehive. Not wrong with a beehive, pet. Not wrong with a beehive. Pete's got half a bottle of banana sambuca. Well, it's no good in half a bottle, dear. Get it finished. Yes, mine's got a little bit of Fireball in it. It's got just a touch of Fireball in my glass. Believe. Dolly, Coat of Many Colours. Beautiful song. Absolutely gorgeous. I do love Believe as well. Believe was number 1 on my 14th birthday. And you know how they say that the anthem that was number 1 on your 14th birthday is your anthem for life? That's what song was number 1 on my 14th birthday. You can do the maths. Dark Lady and Taxi for Cher from Mother. Islands in the Stream with her and Kenny Rogers. Absolute karaoke classic, that one. Little Sparrow. Believe has been played to death. It has, Pete. But we love it. We love it. Gypsies, Tramps and Thieves. Yes. I've always been partial to a little bit of a Littlest Whorehouse. I do love a bit of Littlest Whorehouse. 9 to 5. Such iconic songs. Islands in the Stream again. Fabulous choices. I quite like I Found Someone by Cher. It's always one of those ones that's kind of almost forgotten about. Pete. Did you just call it Rolling? Hang on, bear with. Pete. No. I'm not impressed with you now, Peter. Dear. Any Tina Turner songs as well? Go on then, we'll have some Tina Turner. What's your favourite Tina Turner songs? Actually, just fucking throw us your favourite songs. Why not? We're doing all that now. Most people call it that. They all do. All of the hen parties. Can you play Rolling by Tina Turner? No, dear. Not unless you come back with the original title. Simply the best. Me and Little Andy. Proud Mary from Jackie. We Don't Need Another Hero. Fabulous choices, mind. Too many to mention of Tina's. She did have some absolute classics. Some huge songs. Private Dancer. Dancer for Money. Someone once said, have you got Rolling by Cher? Oh my god. I mean, there was the Cher version with Elton John and Tina as well, who did Proud Mary, so you can kind of forgive them for that little bit if it was that specific one that they were asking for. But no. Proud Mary, have you seen that playing at my funeral? It's a good song, dear. It's a good song, Hail Mary. It is a good song. Can I just have Tina? Oh, Jackie, bless you, love her. I don't think she swings that way. Not like Whitney. Whitney was a bit of both, wasn't she? She went both ways depending on which mood she was in. It was the Divas concert. Was it VH1 Divas? It was, wasn't it? It was one of the early ones. If not the earliest, was it? My music knowledge is out of the window now. I'm so unpracticed at it. Just everything. It's little things that you don't think about doing. Like, I used to be able to know songs like this, and like it just someone would say to me, "Oh, this one by that person," and now my mind blank, absolutely blank. It was the second one. Thank you, Debbie. See, Debbie always knows. So yes, honestly, some fabulous song choices so far, mind. We will have to have one day where we go into a closed group, because I think we can actually have music in closed groups, I think. I'm not sure. Where we could actually have a proper little DJ session and you guys can have some music requests and things. Because I don't want to do it live on Facebook. I don't want to do it live on the Facebook and be shut down every 5 minutes. Did you see the Yards Christmas stream? Did you see we tried doing some music. We got closed down every time, so we had to jump over to Danny DeLonco's profile, which is still fabulous. I had an absolute hoot that night. So like I said, we have got some special guests coming up later on, and hopefully they can fill me in on a bit of gossip from my other live that I'm going to be doing. Because last week I was asked in here if I would review the Drag Idol years that I wasn't in. So that's like 2017 through to 2020. And of course I will. Hi, Alan and Simon. The first Divas concert was Aretha, Celine, Gloria, Shania, and Mariah. Now you know. DJ Pete's been blocked on Instagram Lives. That's what I don't want to happen. Tessa saying 2020 was the best. But yeah, hopefully I'm going to have special guests from every year of Drag Idol to come and join me for their year. I'm only going to do 1 week of each year, and I'm going to watch it and review it because I don't know any of it from 2017 onwards. I didn't really watch it or pay attention. Guilty. Sorry. So I will review it, and that's going to be a Sunday. It's going to be Sundays at 7:00, a little bit earlier on a Sunday, because it's the day of rest and there's very little to do. So Drag Eye traditionally on a Sunday. So we're going to be doing that as of this Sunday, starting with 2017. Exciting times. Hey, Anton. I'm good, thank you, my lover. So yeah, special guests from each of those years hopefully going to be joining me. There's lots of fun things to be happening on the videos, on the lives. What was your favourite weeks in every year for Drag Idol? Because I've got a list from Gladys, who was like a Drag Idol super fan and also Drag Idol winner. So what were your favourite weeks? Because Gladys has recommended some, and I've tried my hardest. I've done everything I can to not watch them beforehand, so you guys will see my actual genuine reactions to what we're watching. So it'll be on screen here-ish. We'll have it playing here, and I'll be reacting to it live. Watch what happened live with Penny Arcade. It's Thunders. So you've got me on a Tuesday. You've got RuPaul's Drag Race UK Thursdays, potentially with lives from Club Kids. I don't know if there is one this week. Mother, can you help me out with that if there is one? Stick the details in the comments. And Mother Trucker obviously does Fireball Fridays on Fridays as well, but not every week, just when she can. You just have to say, I don't own the rights to this music in the video. It's still too much hard work, and they'll still shut you down. Hiya, Lucy. You've got our Lucy Fur. She does lots of lives as well, to be fair. She does. She was on the other night. Camp Times. Where's Michelle? She's not here. We need to find out if she's got the internet and if she's, able to join us on Tuesday. Because I would love to have Michelle in the live on a Tuesday. I'm just saying. Tess has just messaged me saying, does this go on my head? I've just said yes because, does it? Does. Of course it does. Is it a hat? I think you could wear this as like a quite nice little... But then again, I'd have to have a banana sambuca one. Otherwise, Mother would kill me. You're missing a Blem Blems. She's fabulous, so Michelle. Hey, Samantha. Thank you, my lovely. I thought I'd go for the traditional drag queen blues for the eye. Oh, we might have Pebble joining us very soon. Pebble dashed, everyone. Not dashed, dash. Individual dash. Not past tense dashed. Pebble dash. And she's always got opinions on things. Hey, Jonathan. Let's see. Is she here?
Hi.
Hey, Bob.
Hiya, Han. How are you?
How you doing?
You look amazing.
Thank you. I was just about to say the same with you. I love that wig. That little bit of a bob hair.
It's a wee bit of a katana number, isn't it?
I love that. I love it.
Let's do that. I love your wig. Who done it?
It's a Gary. It's a Gary James.
It's cute. I look a bit different to how you saw me earlier. I'll just do a quick change.
There's nothing wrong with a quick change, Pet. We do like a quick change.
Exactly. So what have you been talking about?
So far we've done Drag Race, we've done Dolly, we've done Cher. Favourite songs from both of those?
Favourite song for Cher? Probably Gypsies, Tramps and Thieves. I know it's one that everybody likes, but that's probably my favourite Cher song. I absolutely despise Dark Lady because we know why. My favourite Dolly song, I Will Always Love You. It's the best version. It's the original and it's the best.
She didn't know that Whitney was covering it, and the first time she heard it, she was driving and had to pull over.
You watched that documentary on Netflix.
I did. I love it.
Me too.
It's always
Um,
handy to know.
What were you saying about Drag Race UK?
Drag Race UK. Who's your favourites? Who do you enjoy?
So my least favourite is Astina.
Ooh,
Is that her name?
controversial. Yes, yeah.
She looks like Azealia Banks, so I instantly hate her. But no, that's not real. I don't know. She looked like she wasn't wearing any makeup. She looked like she went to the boots counter and just like picked up the try-ons. Sorry about it, it's my opinion.
I quite liked it. I got what the queens were saying. You know, she's wearing an off-the-rail jacket, but that was my drag. So I
just really think that's fine if you're like in a bar or whatever. But you're on Drag Race.
It's the biggest stage for drag in the UK.
It's the Olympics of drag, and you're going to come out in an ASOS jacket that you've done nothing to. It's that thing where I'm like, but you've done nothing to it. Like, see if she threw a few stones on it or just something to make it hers instead of just what everyone else is wearing.
Well, like one of the other queens said, I've got that in my bedroom. It's a moment that you can vamp it up a little bit more. Yeah.
So who else do I dislike? It's always easier saying who I dislike. But actually, do you know who I find odd and I'm fascinated by them? Veronica.
Do you know what I think? She's the one that made me realise that I have a very strange taste in men.
Oh, God.
No. Honestly,
well, you do like men that look like birds. You do like men that look like birds.
What can I say?
No, do you know what she looks like to me? To me, she looks like an Australian queen. I know that's such a specific...
That is a very strange way of saying it.
But if you look at Courtney, if you look at like the well-known Australian queens, there's a very similar look. And her face is very like that.
Yeah.
That bit of tinfoil she wore, that purple quality street nonsense, I hate, but I really like
Drag Idol back in 2013.
I think every drag queen's wore it, but I really liked the kind of Vivian Lee dress that she wore for the runway. Yes. I think she was one of the ones where I was like, oh, that's your drag. I get your drag straight away.
Yeah.
Obviously, we love Ginny Lemon. Everybody loves Ginny.
Everyone loves Ginny Lemon.
She's bizarre. She absolutely, out of drag, they look like the dude out of League of Gentlemen.
Steve Pembroke?
Steve Pemberton.
Pemberton? Yes.
Yes. Looks like him out of drag. Yes. Who else did I really like? I love Tace.
Tace was camp.
I really liked Tace. And I really liked Ellie.
I really liked Ellie's ideas. I thought Ellie
because I loved the Beano
idea was so good.
I love the Beano look. It's very much a silhouette that's been done a lot, but it was done well. Yeah. And I think her face, I think she's beautiful.
I agree. She's a gorgeous, gorgeous girl.
And Lawrence, you kind of can't help but like
Lawrence Cheney.
My only concern there is he was getting all emotional in this episode. We've had to flash forward to next episode and he's getting emotional again. So I'm like, are you either... Like, I hope he can come out of that.
Yeah.
It's very much like... Who was the drag queen where RuPaul was like, you're fucking here? Like, they were very like, oh my God. Do you know... Oh, it was on America.
I can see her. I want to say Chi-Chi. Was it Chi-Chi?
I can't remember. I genuinely can't remember. But there's a queen where it's like,
in the comments, guys. Get the answer in the comments.
Why can't I see the comments?
There might be a little button somewhere around the screen that says
chat. No.
Comments or chat. There'll be the private chat or other chat.
Oh, I can see them.
There we go. Good evening, Miss Merriweather. Welcome down. Glenn says Veronica looks like Scarlet Envy.
Oh, no.
I can't
see Scarlet Envy is...
I always thought Scarlet Envy looked a little bit like Wendy Towers.
You thought who looked like Wendy Towers?
In drag, I thought Scarlet Envy looked like Wendy Towers, or vice versa.
Like the pictures Wendy posts or the real pictures? Every queen loves a bit of Photoshop.
That's the next thing I'm going to learn.
Oh, I couldn't be bothered. I'm too old.
Debbie's commented saying, never get cheeky drunk. It's like getting a gremlin wet.
Oh, that sounds fun.
No, honestly, Debbie does all of the, well, Debbie did do all of the drag cruises while the cruises were happening. She's a big, massive drag hag, is our Debbie.
Awesome. I can't stand drag, to be honest with you.
Oh, I love it. I love it. I've got a new appreciation for RuPaul's Drag Race very recently, to be fair. Even though everyone else is getting tired of it, I'm really getting into it. But I think that's because I was a few years behind everyone anyway.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't start watching it until about season 6? Season 5? Season 6?
Season 6 was the first season that I watched. That was the one that Bianca won that. So that was the first season that I really paid attention to. I'd seen the first season. This is going to show my age. Back in the day, it used to be shown on E4 at like 1 a.m, the first season. Yeah. So I kind of seen that, but I got in season 6, went back and watched the other seasons. And then I felt 7 to 10, I was a bit like...
lost shine.
Because it became a bit the same. It became a little bit dull.
Yeah. Kevin, are you guys looking forward to Drag Race Down Under?
Absolutely.
You can't go wrong with another franchise. You can't go wrong. Like, Ru's getting that money while she can.
But this is the thing. So I think people like Ru is like the poster child of corporate America and making money. Like, she does it for the money. She's very open about the fact she does it for the money. And good on her. Get the money. It's the
dream, isn't it? It's the whole point of it. You're meant to go be American and be big and successful.
Exactly. It's literally the point. So, yeah, good on her. But I like that she's going to be in the Australian one. Like, she's hosting.
Yeah, she's taking her normal, so it's going to be very familiar.
Yeah. Because there's also Drag Race Spain coming up.
Oh, I didn't know about this one.
Yeah, there's a Drag Race Spain.
Hosted by Charitza May.
Mm-hmm. What's Callum saying?
She's done everything else now, hasn't she?
Well, pretty much, to be fair.
Every time there's a news article about drag over in Spain, she's there.
She really is. Callum saying, if you were both to go on Drag Race, what would you say when walking into the workroom? And your exit saying, oh, I don't know.
Me, Penny Arcade.
Short, simple, and sweet.
It's what I say every time. Hi, it's big one. Welcome down. It's me, Penny Arcade. Why change it? I'd
probably just be like, I think for my entrance, I'd just be like, bitch, I'm starving. Because there's some queens in Newcastle who will get that reference. Oh, is International All-Stars coming? Oh, see, Mother gets the tea.
Oh, look at that. Look at that. We heard it here first, bitches. Look at this.
I know. Look forward to Mother on the International All-Stars Tour in 2023.
We'll all get on the tour. Can I come on the tour, Mother? I don't want to be on the stage. I just want to go on the tour.
Yeah. What about an exit line, Penny?
And see, for me, again, even when I was working, it was always good night, take care, and ta-ra.
I think no matter when I was thrown out, I'd just be like, I knew I would win. Even if I went first.
Well, I didn't like none of yous anyway.
I mean, that's probably more accurate.
Yeah.
No, I'd have to be nice because I'm on telly.
I don't think you would have to be nice. I think you would be trying to get the villain edit, but they wouldn't give you it.
No, but see, that's the thing. I wouldn't want the villain edit because we see how that works out for people. So I wouldn't want the villain edit.
I think I would want it.
I'd want like a Trixie edit where you didn't do great, but you're there chugging along.
Yeah.
Getting on with it. Or a catch-up kind of edit.
The audience are going to want you to come back for All Stars.
Yes. Which I also will lose. Just before Mother jumps in and says...
I'm surprised we haven't already had where she thinks we place. Because I can imagine Gladys somewhere will have a spreadsheet of where we would actually place him in Newcastle. Because I know she did this.
So, Gladys... This is going to sound like I'm tooting my horn, but I need Gladys to defend, because Gladys done a Drag Race UK thing with Newcastle Queens and I won.
I lasted longer than I thought.
Mm. I mean, I think I won by default. Like, I think there was a problem and it got taken off the air, but I won.
It's Drag Idol 2020 all over again.
Oh, so where's Tess? Talking about Drag Idol, where is Tess?
Well, she said she was going to come in, so I'm just checking messages now in case she's lost.
Well, she is in Yucatana, so she'll be late.
I mean, she's just in the chat, chatting shit. So I don't know where she is. She should be here. She's got a thing on her head now, so she should be fine.
Did Delonco win her year? Oh no, she won Dragon in the Whale, didn't she?
Yes, Delonco. I loved some of Delonco's attempts though, because Delonco had some good years. I mean, she also had the year in Rusty's, which wasn't her best.
I think some of the old ones that I've seen of Delonco, I've seen the Saya one, which I loved. That is Delonco?
I was there.
Oh, wait, you're thinking if you were there or not? I know I'm gutted you weren't there my year.
Do you know what? I enjoyed my years of Drag Idol. And obviously not working for the company anymore kind of made things go a little bit funny. And the breakdown, which is always a bonus.
But everybody loves a breakdown.
Well, it's as if they could have had me in because I would have been the most manic judge ever. Like, I would have said everything that I meant rather than, well, I really liked it.
Mother's asking who my top three. Do you mean my year, Mother? My year, the top three was me, Chanel, and Choriza. Because it was 2019.
Oh, hang on.
Hello.
Hiya.
Hello.
You're on, dear.
Oh,
Hi,
she's
guys.
here.
How are you? Is all right?
We're good.
Oh my God, Candy Muse.
What am I missing?
You look like Candy Muse with that headband.
Do you know what it is? It was off a Penny Arcade dress, and I found it before, and I thought, I wonder if it goes with this outfit. I thought it's very like, would you say?
I don't quite know what to think about the fact that my belt is your headband.
It just shows how skinny you were, Penny.
Well, yeah, because I'm thinking like that was quite a big belt. I think that was one of the years where I had to give one to Penetration because her bandage was falling off her neck. So there you go, a little bit of it gossip for you.
This is like one of
Mind you as well, though, the hard front will bulk it out a bit.
Not wrong with the hard front.
It's the lace one, I swear.
Having a little mini top up.
Oh, I have a fireball.
So yes, you made it to the final of your year of Drag Idol, didn't you?
Yeah, I came third.
Yeah.
Because my first performance in the finale was shit. It really was.
Do you want to tell Tess what it's like to be in the finale?
Huh?
Do you want to tell Tess what it's like to be at the final?
Well, it was... Was I nervous? Oh, I was really nervous because I was first on my final. So I was on first. So my performance, and I knew my first performance wasn't going to be my strongest. And then going on first, I kind of bottled it a bit and was like, oh. But then my second performance, I brought back Misery, which is ridiculous and very much my kind of stupid drag. So I felt much more confident after that. But yeah, I came third and I was dead happy. I thought I was going to go out second, maybe.
Yeah. Because you were still relatively new to drag when you did Drag Idol, didn't you?
So I think I'd been doing drag for a year. Yeah, I must have been doing... Was it a year? Yeah, I'd been doing drag for a year. Because I started drag in 2018.
Was that on
one of Vampus Tits, yeah. So Vampus Tits, week one was like my first time in drag in Newcastle. I'd dabbled when I was younger, working at Flamingo Land, and kind of the club kids, not obviously like Mother and the club kids, but like the original club kids, I guess, were like a massive influence on the kind of club circuit that I was involved in. So it wasn't necessarily drag queen, but it was drag thing, which still applies. Applies. So yeah, and then so moved down here, and then Vampus Tits, 2018 week 1. Obviously, I wasn't in the competition, but I was like, oh, like why not? Like let's have a laugh doing some drag. And then I ended up winning it.
How long did you do before you did Drag Idol Tess?
Pardon?
How long had you been doing drag before you done Drag Idol?
I started at Central, but it was like I was like door whoring and stuff like that. I think I'd been doing it maybe 6-7 months. I think I need to work it out. Drag Idol's on in the February, June, July, August. 8 months. 8 months I'd been doing it. But
yeah. Did you both enjoy your times doing the competition? Like, did it open up a lot of doors for you, or did it just live in its own?
Totally loved it. I've gained so much since I did Drag Idol. I mean, like, I'm still learning. Everyone learns every day. Like, you continue to learn, but I love doing it 100%.
Fabulous. I did enjoy my years judging it because it was just a lot of fun, especially the first few weeks of every year where you've got like the car crash element of you never know what's going to happen. It's so good those weeks.
Were you a judge when Vicky Valentine was on? Was that her name?
No, she was the year after I wasn't. She was like the first year that I wasn't there. So I have heard a little bit about that, and that might have been one of the weeks that I had lined up to watch.
Well, I've not heard anything, so tell me what happened.
Well, Vicky Valentine. Mm-hmm. So the first week she did, I'm sure it was a last year, your makeup is terrible. But then the irony was her makeup was terrible. I mean, I can't judge. I'm sat here with Penny's waistband.
You know what I think of drag queens doing drag queen songs.
So she did that, and then she went back the next week. And I mean, Rory like totally laid into her. But I don't know what I can't remember what her number was. But as soon as she finished the number, she did a backdoor exit and just ran off stage and left the building. And no one ever seen it.
I mean, I love a bit of a scandal, mind. I do.
No one ever seen her again.
I don't think I know who she is.
I'm sure she had a bit of beef with Plastique a couple of years ago where she was calling out Plastique on Facebook. Doing like silly Facebook.
I know exactly who you mean. I know exactly who you mean.
Mention a little bit of online drama and Pebbles there going, oh, I know who this is.
I know what this is because I like to sit in the sidelines and go and then not say anything and then get mortal and tell everybody. No, I know who you mean.
Is that not the one who did Cheryl Cole?
Jackie LaQ did Cheryl Cole.
Jackie LaQ, dear.
Oh, is she not off her tits?
Yes, she worked in my local charity shop, Jackie LaQ. Fun fact.
Mother said you're running it for my review, but I don't know what's happening. I'm more than happy to go through it again live on screen. I do. So yeah, I'll be doing this every Sunday for the Drag Idols, starting this week at 7:00. Hopefully with special guests from each year that I'm watching. So get your favorite episodes of Drag Idol in for every year. But Jackie LaQ was one of my all-time favorites while I was on the stage. Like, oh my goodness, it was such a moment. It was such a just.
Were you there when she done Cheryl Cole?
Looking at each other, going, "How long is this happening for? What's going on? What's happening?"
Did she not do a live?
Get on stage. Get on stage. Take the microphone.
Did she not do a live number one year? Where's Pebbles on?
We've lost her. It was live week. She was on stage and she was. Oh no, was it live week? It wasn't live week. It was just a week where she decided that she was going to half sing, half arse it, basically.
I was going to say there's no chance Jackie LaQ would have got a live week. I was going to ask you who do you think is going to win 2020, but obviously you haven't seen it. So
I haven't seen it, so I don't know who was in and who wasn't. Oh, Pebbles back. Here she comes.
I don't know what I've done.
I'll ask Pebble. Pebble, who do you think will win Drag Idol 2020?
Is that not dead yet?
It died in 2020.
So
I can't wait for the Drag Idol.
I mean, the winner of last year's Drag Idol is Frida, obviously. I mean, it's a given.
I've heard amazing things about Frida's drag. I'm fascinated by the way her brain works. And she's one of these drag queens where, so in last year's Drag Idol, there was a couple of queens who had a message. Oh, yeah, that's her. Hi, Erin.
there was a couple of queens who had a message, but the way Frida delivers the message in her performance, it's not hitting you over the head with it.
It's not serious.
There was another queen who her message was really important, but I felt like she diminished the message by the way she kind of put it across. Whereas with Frida, you never felt, you kind of thought after, you were like, oh, actually, let's think about that. And I think that's really clever to be able to do that.
A very smart level where it's entertaining to watch it, but you still take something away from it without realizing.
Yeah.
Skills.
Absolutely.
Skills. And she would be the first AFAB queen to win it.
It would make history. So I
mean, she would, but I think she just considers herself a drag queen. I think she doesn't even look at the AFAB. I think she's just a drag queen. And that's one of the things that I appreciate about her.
One of the things that I learned during my time at Drag Idol was that everyone, if they have the drive to do drag, can, in some form, do drag. Like, it's all about wanting to do it.
100%.
Yeah. And I think everybody gets something different out of it as well.
Absolutely.
Like, when I remember years ago, I used to watch Drag Idol all the time, and I mean, I used to like mime in my fucking mirror and stuff like that, and be like, imagine if I ever did that. And like, my year was the year Rory didn't do it, and I was gutted because I was like, I wanted Rory to be there. And then after I came off stage, I was like, I've actually just done that. Like, I'm actually on Drag Idol, and every time I've had a drink, I always go back and watch my numbers, not because I think like I'm amazing or anything like that. It's nice to see. Like, I can't remember that point, if you get what I mean. When you're on stage,
and concentrate on what you're doing.
You can't remember it, and that's what I like watching about it, because I'm like, that's actually me on that stage. Like, it's like anyone that messages us or like talks about Drag Idol, I'm like, do it. Whereas before I got on that stage, I was so nervous. Wouldn't let us have a drink in case I got too drunk and was silly on stage. And then as soon as I got I just wanted to be back on. It's so good. It gives you such a good feeling.
So you would definitely recommend it to people who haven't done it, or 100%. Who've wanted to do it but haven't done it yet.
Same with Banter's Tits. I mean, Pebble, you guest judged my week of Banter's Tits, my first week, because I was meant to apply and start from the beginning at week 1, but I was away down Manchester. So Baron brought us in as like Baron and Jack brought us in as like a guest, like a surprise contestant on week 3. And I had to do like a lip sync, and then when I did my number, I got best in show for it.
Imagine coming into a competition 3 weeks in and doing well.
I mean,
no, it was brilliant. Actually, you done your grudge number, didn't you?
Yeah, the ring.
I think I was actually there for that night. I think I was actually in the bank bar that night.
Did I not drag you along because I was having a guest judge?
I think so, because I think it was one of those nights where I finished work early and you were guest judging and Ivy was in it as well, and everyone was saying, you've got to come and see it. Because I think Ivy that week had did she do Stranger Things that week?
Yeah, she did, with the big curtain.
Yeah. There was lots of mechanicals to that, and it was so clever to watch.
No, actually, that wasn't. When she did the Stranger Things, that was my second week when I did the Gail Platt. Our first week was the week I did when she did the drowning in the ocean with the fish.
Oh, yes.
I'm sure it was.
Yeah,
that was a good week.
She's an amazing performer, though. I love Ivy's performances. Have you seen how many followers she's got on TikTok? And I don't even know how to do a TikTok.
I don't even know what TikTok is, do you?
Tess, you're saying that you don't know how to do a TikTok. To me and Pebble, we're two of the older queens. It's like, how do we download it? I don't understand.
I know. Is it an app?
2020, I've learned how to do a Zoom call. I've learned how to do a StreamYard, and I've learned how to get some lights onto my wall. So I call that technology and innovation.
Have you learned, though, or did you just get Daddy Ricky to do it? Have you learned, or did you just get Daddy Ricky to do it?
I'm not one to gossip.
Why are we calling him Daddy Ricky? It's terrifying.
Daddy Ricky. It's not me that calls him it. I don't know who started it, to be fair. It just became a thing.
I don't think I like it.
Tess all right.
My friend Franny from Leeds, she does a quiz every week, and she has nicknames for literally everyone. And every time Ricky comes, and he is Granddaddy Ricky. Oh my God, that's Franny there.
See you in Drag Idol 2029. That'll just be the final of this year.
Franny, you should apply. You might get further than you did last time.
So what are they actually doing with it? Because it's 2021.
Well, when the first lockdown happened, we kept getting messages off Chris Howe saying, I've got a plan B. I've got a plan B. And I was like, he's going to end up doing it in the fucking car park. And then second lockdown.
If they're doing it in the car park, I hope they didn't try and charge £25 a ticket.
Well, and then when we went into tier 3, hoping we're going into tier 2, we was going to do a boulevard, but the customers were going to have to buy food. So I'm like, what is going on with Drag Idol? I was like, at the end, they should have just done maybe a virtual crowning or something like that. I haven't even got mine on. I'm sat in my socks.
I've got my slippers on.
Oh my God,
Well, I've just been filming that stupid video, haven't I? And I was like, oh, my feet.
How can you tell anything about it or not?
I can tell you that. I can tell you that it's. What can I tell you? I can tell you that the look is 80s, but the music isn't.
So that's every Pebble number.
This is like a countdown.
Well, no, because it's not necessarily a Pebble number. It might be a group.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Oh.
It's a group.
So we don't give away clues. Come on.
No.
For everyone that's watching, by the way, Pebble did look stunning before. So when it comes out,
oh, I'll be posting a picture tonight. I got a compliment of Mother Tucker, so I knew I must have looked all right.
You know it's good when Mother just messages back going, it's kind of that.
I've never experienced that yet.
There's still time, Pet. There's still time. So, like, Pebble, you are always very elaborate with your makeup as well, aren't you? Like, your eyes are always bright colours. Like,
yeah, I like.
Do you have any favourites?
Favourite?
Like, favourite colours to do? Because obviously me and Tess both gone for blue tonight.
Yeah, I love blue because I just think it's trashy, and obviously I'm trashy in my drag. So blue is the ultimate trashy colour. Pinks, to be honest with you, I just like, I get bored doing the same thing for me, so I'll always try and add different kind of popsy colour and stuff. And I just like being bright and colourful. I think I've done like a nude eye maybe twice.
I have seen you with the nude eye.
Yeah.
You use a lot of pink, don't you?
When you do a nude eye, you always come in and go, I've done a nude eye tonight, pay attention to it, you won't see it again for a while.
It's good with like double amaretto and coke and a fan.
Those tiny little fans.
I know, those poor overworked fans that do fuck all. But yeah, I don't know, I just think we're drag queens, we get to be as big and bright and colourful as we want, so why not?
Yeah. That's such a good explanation.
It's true though, like, it's just that's the thing. I suppose for like cis women or trans women or femme identifying people, maybe wearing bright colours isn't a big a thing. So I think, well, fuck it, I'll buy up all the bright colours and I'll use them.
The lovely Frida said, I love Pebble's eye makeup a lot. It's always so bright and beautiful.
Oh, thank you, Frida. It's a shame about the rest of my face.
Is eye makeup your favourite thing to do?
Yeah.
And Mother's chimed in with, Tess, there isn't enough time on the planet for me to pay you a compliment.
Yeah, I probably spend more time doing my eye makeup than I do anything else.
Mm-hmm. How long does it take you normally to get ready?
So it depends. So I can be ready in an hour, but I like to take maybe 2 upwards to 4. But that's not just getting ready. That's, oh, I've done one eyebrow, I'm going to go and have a tab. Oh, yeah. I've done my other eyebrow, so now I'm going to have a coffee and a tab. Do you know what I mean? I like to like relax when I'm doing it. But obviously, working at the yard, I finish my day job at like 3 and then have to be at the yard for 5. So I can get ready much quicker, but I prefer when I take time.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, these new tattoo bloody eyebrows means that I didn't have to waste my pish drawing on eyebrows for 3 days.
You've been on about them eyebrows, everyone, since yesterday.
I know, but I
see how long it would
love
take to get them mentioned.
What? I would just like,
Do you know, like, temporary tattoos that you get as a kid?
Or like a lick and stick?
Yes.
The Queen has said if anyone ever needs help with eye makeup, then I'm always here for tips.
I mean, she taught me.
Oh, was that it?
All right. How rude. How rude, Latrine.
See, I've always found sometimes if I'm in a rush, my face goes on better than when I take my time over it.
Penny, we had that conversation once in the yard because I came rushing in and I was like, it's the quickest I've ever done my makeup, but it looks actually better. And you said that sometimes when you rush it sometimes goes on a bit better.
I think if you give yourself time to scrutinize it and worry about, like tonight, I didn't think my cheeks were level, but that's because I haven't got a symmetrical face. Like, so I was worrying about these, and then I put the wig on, and I was just like, oh, got him tell, it's fine.
Listen, I think eye makeup looks bad until you put eyelashes on. I think your contour looks bad until you put a wig on. It's like every time I do makeup, I look at my eyes and I'm like, ooh. And I take a picture of it so I remember what I've done and then throw a lash on and I'm like, oh.
I've got no lashes on.
Tessa, do you own lashes?
Yeah.
She wore them that one time at Pride.
I bet they were like the tinfoil lashes out of fucking that joke shop in town. Do you know the ones that have got like metallic bits through them and big feathers at the end?
I was actually going to put some lashes on, and then as I was watching you live, I was like, right, it's 9:30. I was like, it's fine. I've got a shit phone. It's always blurry according to you. My screenshots. Like, no one will tell.
Well, why change the habit of a lifetime, lass? Why change the habit of a lifetime?
No one can judge your drag. I mean, we all do, but no one can judge your drag.
But it wouldn't be the drag sisterhood if we didn't like critique each other in a loving way.
Exactly. I feel like we're all very good at kind of being shady and taking a piss out of each other, but we're also the first to be like, oh, congratulations on something you're doing. Like when Mother gets to go on tour and stuff, it's like, that's amazing. If somebody looks amazing that night, we'll tell them they look amazing.
Yeah.
I won't, but other people do.
I'd say every single queen at the yard since I've been there has helped us out one way or another.
I think that's just what we do. I think it's a genuine thing. Like I will hold my hands up and say I always say things the wrong way. I have got such a bad habit of saying in the wrong way of saying it. It's a real thing. So recently I have been working on that.
Wait a minute. What you mean is when you've downed 2 bottles of wine after a shift, you're unable to sound compassionate. That's what you mean.
Yeah. I've just had a John Julienne.
Which is the same problem I have. After too many amarettos, I say the same jokes and the same mean things, but I forget to go.
I don't like so lazy and naive.
Well, I was sober when I said that.
But like, even though I say things like the wrong way, I will usually apologize the next day, saying actually what I meant to say was.
I've had one of those apologies. I can vouch that that's real.
I do try to be helpful. It's just sometimes I forget my place. So if I have done that to anyone in the past, I am sorry. I do apologise.
Oh my God, what happened? From okay, just stop.
And this is actually Penny's apology video, and we're just here to make sure she does it.
I inserted myself into something I shouldn't have. So...
Well, if I've offended anybody in the past, well, you chose to be offended.
Can we all go to PayPal me / Penny Arcade?
Frida said Pebble does this thing which I love where she goes, I can say that to you, but if anyone else does, I'll beat them up.
Yep.
That's actual true. That's true. I've had
to me though, so I know that not everybody is aware. To me though, that means that you're my friend. If I feel like I can rib you and take the piss out of you, but you know it's a laugh. But if anybody else done it, then I would put off, as you have both witnessed several times.
Yeah.
Outside
there is nothing I enjoy.
We don't talk about that, dear.
Snatching her own wig off.
I need to use that video in a performance at some point.
Could you imagine the reveals underneath it? It's just another fucking wig. It's like a Russian doll hair.
That would be amazing, to be fair.
So what are your thoughts on wigless drag, actually, while we're talking about it? What do you think of wigless drag?
So, wigless. So I don't care if you wear a wig or not. I don't. I genuinely don't. I couldn't care less if you wear a wig or not. But if you're not going to wear a wig, don't look the exact same every single time.
Yeah, I agree.
So Joey J, we're obviously referencing Joey J,
and
I think he is stunning, and I think he's a stunning queen, but looks very similar
on each runway.
Yeah, so it was a bit like, I get that that's your thing, but how can you change it up? Is it a thing we can change up, or do we just acknowledge, all right, you don't wear wigs? I think overall though, like, what does it matter? Whose place is it to say, like, you can only do drag if you're wearing a wig? Like,
well, that's where sometimes I disagree with Drag Race, when the judges say things that isn't fair for them to say. Like, fair enough, if Joey J doesn't wear a wig, that's fine, wigless drag. But I understand when they say change it up, because he did look the same on each runway.
But they also have a habit of telling the queen to change it up. Then when the queen changes it up, they get thrown out.
Well, one thing I noticed is that they were saying to Joey...
Tess, wait a minute. Tess. This is a wig, cat.
I knew you were going to say that.
I noticed that when they were saying to Joey, like, change it up, then they went on to other queens and were saying, don't change a thing. Like, you can't give that criticism in the same show. You have to give them somewhere to go.
Well, like, for instance, Mother, before Mother started wearing her wigs and stuff again, every time she was dressed, she looked different.
Yeah, you can always tell it's Mother, but a silhouette would be different, or something would be different. I just felt like Joey painted her face the exact same way, and it looked like the exact same makeup. So for the neck up, it just looked the same.
Mm-hmm.
But then I also don't think that's a bad thing. Queens will often get into what they want to look like, and when they find it, they don't change it. Penny, yeah,
like this wig was a gift from Sean, because he sent me a lovely little letter saying Penny isn't Penny without this style of wig, so I bought you one.
It's stunning.
Very, very kind of him, and I'm incredibly thankful for it, because it feels more Penny. Like, when I have this style hair, I feel that kind of Penny in that moment.
Wait,
Tess, when do you feel the most Tess?
Well, I was just about to say, I should know, like, my look now, and I still don't. I'm still, like, looking at different looks and stuff like that to see where I am. So that's why I try different stuff, like putting it in the fucking head. You know what I mean? But, like, I'm still learning to see where I'm at. But I do like a gown, a sequin gown.
You do. I used to a sequin gown.
Pay for it.
I think I probably feel the most payable when my tits and my legs are out.
Yeah.
So they're not wearing much, but still keeping it classy.
You want tits, short skirt, and decent eye makeup, and a decent wig.
Yeah.
And a fan, and an amaretto and coke, and a Lambert and Butler.
A double.
Exactly.
Double.
I never feel like I'm in drag until I have a wig on.
Yeah, I do, but for me, it's eyelashes. When it comes to drag, eyelashes is the moment I go Penny.
Mm-hmm.
That's
for me. It's a wig. Any wig. As soon as I put it on, I do have it's weird because I really like myself in a ginger wig, because I feel like when I wear ginger hair, I do freckles and all that stuff. But I also just feel like, being Scottish, it's such an obvious thing for me to go to that I don't do it a lot. It's like wearing tartan. It's really obvious.
Latrine's put, stop being nice to Mother. He'll not take any of you on tour.
It's true.
So Lauren has asked, what's been your funniest moment working at the yard? I'll let you start.
Are you starting?
One of my favourite moments was when we may have told a small white lie to Michelle about the karaoke telly not working properly. So the next she came in with a full 30, no, how big is this? It must have been at least a 40-inch TV that she brought from home for us to use in the yard for karaoke. And all that basically had happened was that we just hadn't plugged in the karaoke that night. So the telly was fine, but she brought in a telly from home so she could do karaoke. And that's one of my all-time highlights of working in the yard.
Penny, where's that TV now?
That TV now is, I think it's the one that's downstairs on the Eagle.
That plays the porn?
Yeah. Tess, what about you? What's one of your funniest or favourite moments?
I don't know, like, I haven't been there that long, but I remember one day, Penny, we were sat having a drink and I was in drag. And I had to go over this. I went over at this couple, but had the lad not been with a different boy earlier that night? And I totally pulled him up on it. And you were like wetting yourself in the corner. Do you remember?
Yes, because you just turned around and went, this isn't who you were in with earlier. How's this going? And I'm like, Tess, no, come back here, come back, Tess, stop. Because it's the second day of the day, and Tess was just like, oh, so is this one better than the last one then?
My God. I've got I'm trying to think of ones that I can say.
You can say anything.
Before I worked at the yard,
Pebble's going to drop like a scroll of funny moments.
Before I worked at the yard, I was escorted out twice for being up to no good in the bathrooms. But then I got a job, so it was fine.
So then you were allowed.
I think... I mean, battering that boy was one of the funniest things. I know I shouldn't say it, but it was, because he deserved it, and he was a prick. And I think just any time that I've been mortal and we've all been together having a laugh and, do you know what I mean, being our usual cunty self. Because let's face it, we believe we can get away with murder in there. Even though people will complain and be offended, we think we're untouchable. So we get mortal and we're like,
Monday was one of my favourite times, because we would make such dicks of ourselves on a Monday, passing the poppers around, and Miss Bruce would be on the bar, giving us the most evil looks that she could muster. And we knew we were in trouble, but we couldn't help it. We couldn't help but be loud. We couldn't help but be like abrasive to customers and things like that. And it was horrid. But it was Monday Club and it was allowed.
Yeah.
I think it was my second ever shift. I came in and Adam pulled us aside and he was like, you've had a complaint about you. I was like, Ian, you must be joking. You must be joking. I've only done one shift. And he was like, no, customers posted on the yard page. There was a drag queen last night that was making jokes about social distancing and then continued to touch my face. I was like, I might have. Can't remember.
I remember that.
But I mean, we laughed about it because I weren't going to deny it. You know what I mean? Like, if I did it, I did it.
We all got up to no good in that bar. We all got up to no good at times.
I'm an angel.
The arguments I've had in that bar.
Oh, God, yeah.
So, just out of curiosity, if your drag names weren't your drag names, what were you called before?
So I've had 2 other drag names before we got to Pebble. Yeah, I can say. So in Newcastle, I was originally Glasgow Kiss.
I love that.
Glasgow Kiss, I like that.
Yeah, but I'm also not from Glasgow, so it didn't work. And then back home, it was like a running joke. And this was back in the day, remember? So my name was Joby Mash, which doesn't mean as much down here as it does in Scotland. It's a very Scottish joke.
Joby Marsh?
No, Joby Mash.
Oh.
So I was Joby Mash, and I had a boyfriend who was like a play on Peter Andre, and he was called Fetal Laundry. And that's just what it was. It was 2000s. That's how things.
We've got mothers, Fiona Leigh Shilton, Febreze your pouch.
Oh my God, I love Febreze.
Breathe your pouch. Which is, funnily enough, advice that not a lot of queens take.
I was going to have the most generic one. Like, I remember talking about it. Like, everyone before they do drag has a conversation. What would your drag name be? And mine was going to be Cherry Bomb. Imagine if I walked in the yard now as Cherry Bomb.
What is a cherry bomb here?
I don't know, see?
It's one of those little firecracker things, isn't it? It's
Right. So a cherry bomb, is Lynette still in here? Because she might remember this. A cherry bomb, more so in Falkirk, was a type of ecstasy tablet. So Mitsubishi's and cherry bombs were the two most common ecstasy tablets you could take, and they were both cut with heroin. They had grey flecks in them. Great.
You can take the Penny.
Penny, did you have any other name? Penny, what was your name before?
Before Penny Arcade?
Yeah.
I was Clairvoyant.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. It's a camp little name, but I don't feel like Claire would suit this.
No.
I
mean, at least you have actual names. My name is Pebble. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm named after a supermarket. I
know, but I feel like people have just accepted that Pebble's a name.
I think that was a big thing, though. Like, back in the day, it had to be some sort of play on words with a name. And then we got a big influx of queens who were just being called what they enjoy being called.
Is there any queen who's got a play on name?
The thing is, mine is a play, but it's so much more of probably a Scottish one again.
I've heard of Pebble Dash. It means like a shit, doesn't it?
So Pebble Dash is like because originally I was Pebble Dash, the IBS queen, and Pebble relatable content. Pebble Dash, yeah, it's when you've got the shits and you've splattered the back of the wall.
Yeah,
but it's also tends to be what they cover council houses in. So like a Pebble Dashed wall. So council house, it still kind of applies to my drag and the whole council house mum type.
I'm a council girl growing up, so I knew exactly what Pebble Dash was.
Yeah,
I did as well.
I don't know what. I love that Tess chimed in. Me as well. We knew.
we done you. We're old.
Is there any
one of the favourite things about Newcastle as well is that a lot of queens have this outlet to be a big fabulous self when they actually came from very humble roots. Like, growing up, I would never have thought of that this would be what my career was as such. Like, I thought I was going to go and be like a supermarket shelf stacker. Not that there's anything wrong with that, and there's probably still time that I will be with everything that's going on.
There's grown a bit.
Yeah, but I never thought I'd have the chance to have this sort of fun, enjoyable life.
I never thought I'd have the confidence to do it ever. Like, I don't know where I got the confidence from to do it.
I still have a normal job. For the past a year and a half, I've been kind of balancing working in both and trying to keep them separate. They're very much two different facets of myself. Obviously, I work in a call centre. I'm a manager in a call centre, and I've had to go in and drag at fights and stuff. But yeah, I still have a day job and then my evening job.
Do you find it easier to have them separate for money and things like that as well? Because obviously, when I was doing it full time, I didn't have the luxury of going, that's my rent paid there. I can spend this much on Penny.
Yeah, so working in drag, especially doing shots, as much as it gets, everybody takes a piss out of shot girls, but we probably make some of the most money. So for me, that kind of goes back into my drag.
Yeah.
And let's face it, we all know I'm cheap as fuck.
Three times what I was making hosting and DJing, easily. But again, the girls were still working their asses off. So I couldn't ever grudge them it, because the harder they worked, the more they got paid. Whereas me, I got a very good wage, and I was just watching them going, why aren't I doing that? And then I remembered I don't like people, so...
Well, yeah, this is the thing. I'm kind of paid to be... Well, most of us are paid to be nice to people. I get away with being cheeky. I
was always very lucky that I had lots of very, very loyal customers who religiously came in, not necessarily for me, but for the environment, for the staff and the just general harness. and it was so much fun. And if anyone did want to buy me a shot now, I'm just going to put it out there because I am furloughed. Support
Give
us
the bitch some money.
PayPal.me/Mr. Arcade. Thanks, guys. Cheers.
I put a comment in of my sort code and account number to see if anyone wants to send me one because I haven't got PayPal.
Just the big number from your card, the expiry date, and the 3 numbers from the end of the other side. That's all you've got to do.
Don't put that into it.
The lovely Lauren has a question. She's saying you can only have one shot for the rest of your life. What is it?
That's hard one, that.
Does it have to be a yard shot, or can it be an actual nice shot?
I think it could be any shot. Anything at all. Give us a yard one and give us a one.
So my yard one would obviously be Banana Zambuca for my yard one. But if I could only have one shot for the rest of my life, it would be Goldschlager.
Oh, I love Goldschlager. I used to love that.
I don't know what I'd choose.
Cactus Jack.
White Lightning isn't a shot.
Yeah.
White Lightning isn't a shot.
White Storm.
See, I'm so rich, I don't even know what it's called.
I like Malibu. I'd probably have a shot of Malibu.
Huh?
I made myself really sick on Malibu one. I think it was like I think it might have been my 17th birthday. I had a bottle of Malibu and a bottle of milk, and I was making like Malibu milk cocktails.
I did that when I was about, I think it was my 18th I've done that. It's quite nice, to be fair.
It was that moment where I had far too much of both and ended up throwing up inside of my mum's car.
These are disgusting.
It was never the same.
Malibu and milk.
Yeah. I used to drink it when I was out on the Sunderland scene in the City Tavern back when that was the thing. If anyone's
A bar. Why would a bar serve milk? Why did a bar even have milk in stock?
Because for cocktails and things.
Oh, what kind of poor shit do you drink? Milk.
I was waiting for to call someone out for being poor. I've just had a private message in my Drag Idol chat from Franny from Lee's saying Pebble looks adorable tonight.
Oh, thanks, Franny. Which one's Franny? Is that Ford?
Yes.
Yeah. I looked better earlier.
Pete Green remembers the City Tavern, Penny. Pete Green remembers the City Tavern.
Yes, the City Tavern. It was fun times.
I've not lived here long enough.
Oh, it was so good. It was so good. It was like the dingiest dive ever, but it was our dingy dive.
I'm that young. The oldest bar I went in was the Dog before I got changed to Sandal.
So the first gay bar I went in Newcastle before I lived here was the Dog.
Yeah, same.
Mine was Zinc. Which no one knows what that is. It was, you know where the other rooms is next to Digital? Between Rusty's and Digital?
Oh,
okay. Zinc was. And they used to have bright orange furniture and everything like that. It looked like an IKEA advert. But they used to have the button where you press the button and you might win shots and you might get a free round and things like that. So we used to go and we used to get absolutely smashed on very minimal money. It was great.
That's what makes the day in a bit like in a way when you go into a bar and you've got like say DeLongo doing a smash the pasty or Phyllis doing a quiz on a Sunday, you know what I mean? Like entertainment on the gay scene is such like a good thing.
Tits and Glitz for Jonathan there. Jonathan said Tits and Glitz was upstairs in Eclipse, hosted by Miss Rory back in the day. Back when she was in the box.
Rory Storm, didn't she?
She was Rory Storm, yeah, for a while.
She was who?
Rory Storm.
Rory Storm.
Yeah,
she
was in Gale Force originally.
So, what is Rory? Why is she called Rory?
Because there was a queen called Gale Force on the Newcastle scene, and then Rory started up after it and tried to like have a parody name, so it was Rory Storm to go with Gale Force.
Oh, like a roaring storm.
And kept Rory.
Oh. She was a flyer girl, wasn't she? She started off as a flyer girl.
I think we all did. I think everyone did. Like, I started off as a flyer girl for a long time at the yard.
I started off flying for Bottoms Up. The 3 weeks it was open. And then Adam poached me because he was getting annoyed that I was spending my nights in bottoms up and not spending my money in the yard. So Adam offered me to fly her there for more money. But then, weirdly, and I feel like I'm one of the few queens this has ever happened with, I was allowed to work for bottoms up and the yard for a little while. And other queens were going mental at me because Copenhagen kind of keeps their queens for themselves.
Definitely. There was a time when people used to be able to work anywhere, and then it did get a little bit close-knit with companies, which wasn't as fun. I miss the days when you used to get the queens running between venues at certain times. Someone would be doing 5 till 9 in the yard, and then they'd run like 2 doors down to the bank bar and do something there from 9, or they'd have cabaret on at 9:30, so they'd have half an hour to get ready for cabaret.
The only time you really see it now is if there's a charity do on. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'd love to see.
That used to be the mood. That used to be the mood every week. Everyone used to move around in a route, and it was beautiful to watch. And like
at the minute,
everyone was. It was the same faces, but everyone was enjoying themselves.
Like before lockdown, the only one I can really think of that was doing a cabaret night was Anamorphic in the Bank.
Yeah.
Of different queens on each week, and I'm like, why aren't more of the bars like doing that? You know what I mean? But I think, like I was saying to you the other day, Penny,
I started that.
What, Anamorphic?
Anna, yeah. I handpicked Anna to do that night because I thought she was such an amazing cabaret queen herself that she would be the perfect person to be front and center for that sort of environment. And I'm glad I was right. I'm very glad I was right, because she's still one of my favorite queens.
Like when we're on Zoom the other day, as we were saying, like since this lockdown, it's made queens more urgent to do cabaret and actually do something, you know what I mean? Rather than when, like, I think it was getting a bit monotonous of going into a bar and a queen's just stood DJing, you know what I mean? Because it was most of the bars on the scene. Whereas if I walk into a bar, I want to see a fucking queen doing cabaret or doing a game or something like that, you know what I mean?
We are lucky though that a lot of our queens have very unique personalities. Like every queen, even though they might have just been there DJing, it was their DJ set. So mine was different to Vicky Paris's, was different to Ophelia's, was different to Mother's, was different to Gladys's, and everyone had their own little unique twist on how we would do. We'd all be playing the same shit. We'd all be playing "I'm Alive" by Celine Dion, but we'd all play it in a different way. And that's one of my favorite things about Newcastle, is that we've got such variety of queens.
Yeah.
I would love to see more cabaret though. I would love to have more cabaret, and that's why I was gutted. I used to work every time Billy Bootleggers was on. I was at work when it was happening, so I couldn't go and see it, but I really wanted to go and support the local cabaret scene, because we need to have somewhere that we can watch live drag.
This is why I loved being part of Sunday Night Live. And I know it's a totally different atmosphere. It's on at like 2 a.m. But it's why I liked it, because it meant that every month I could kind of roll out a performance, see what I needed to tweak.
Show people like what you do type thing.
Yeah.
We've got another question from Lauren. I'm loving the questions. Get your questions in, guys. Oh, that's not it. There we go. If you could pick one other queen to do cabaret performance with, past or present, who is it and why?
That's a hard one because there's so many amazing.
I'm gonna say mine was someone that I actually did work with. I'm gonna say Sushi Buffet or Ruby Reynolds, because she changed the name.
I love Ruby Reynolds.
I worked with Ruby for a long time, and we had some of our best times together. We travelled up and down the country. We did from Brighton all the way up to Edinburgh and everywhere in between. And we had a show called Hot Honey Drag. Check it out on the YouTubes. Courtesy of Pete Green, actually, probably most of the videos. And we had so much fun doing it. And it was brilliant. And it was just, it was the cabaret that I'm missing from you girls. That's what I want you girls to have, that experience of doing something with such a good friend where it's just an hour and a half, 2 hours of absolute manic fun. It's so brilliant.
I'd say Miss Lucy, because she has become like a little bit like drag mom type thing. Like she's always messaging and helping us out, and like I love watching back in the day when like her and Vicky would do kind of cabaret stuff, and I'd love to do like that type of stuff.
The Easy Street Follies was brilliant back when they used to do it.
some of the videos are brilliant.
For me, it's hard to pick one.
There's so many to choose from. That's what it is.
Yeah,
so many amazing queens.
But I feel like there's kind of, we spoke about it earlier, and I think everybody's aware. There's kind of two sides in my performance. There's my normal Pebble, and then there's my more alternative, spooky kind of side. And so I feel like that's probably where I'm drawn from, because for the more alternative spooky, me and Baron perform really well together. Baron LeVay. We perform well together. Obviously, we're part of the cast and stuff. And we have very similar taste, and even just songs that we pick and stuff are very similar. And then for my more kind of campy Pebble side, I love performing with Elle Illuminati. Obviously, she's in Ireland just now. She might be popping up somewhere soon. But yeah, and plus she's just one of my absolute best friends. So like we had the audacity to do fucking Rihanna and Britney Spears S&M in the yard on that Dorito stage, cutting with porn. And we had a great time. So yeah, Elle and Baron are kind of both sides of what I like performing.
To flip the coin now, to go the other side, Nathan has asked, if you had to kill a drag artist from Newcastle scene, who would it be and why?
That's very grim.
Let's get some opinions.
We
never said this was going to be
cool. There's loads.
If you had to just pick one, Pebble.
But if I had to just pick one, I would kill...
I love that Pebble goes, like, when it's who do you want to work with, takes her ages. Who do you want to kill? She's just narrowing down the list.
I literally am as well. Who would I kill? So specific to Newcastle, probably... Oh, I don't know, actually. I'm trying not to be a cunt. I'm trying not to be a cunt. So I'm thinking about who's the closest to my kind of styly dragon performance.
I think it's a very hard question, because in Newcastle, even though we might not all get on at all times, we still value each other.
Oh no, there's two off the top of my head that I would kill. I'm just not going to be a cunt and say it.
Who can I say it?
Wait, there's two there, right on the tip of my tongue. I'll put them in the group chat.
I think I can guess one of them, and I don't know why.
We shan't say. Who would I kill? Actually, do you know who I'd kill? Actually, Claudia Gabor, because I feel like, thinking of everybody, she's probably the closest to my styly drag. So she's my most like direct competition. Also, because one of her performances in Drag Idol, the track was suspiciously like one that I'd performed the year before.
You mention that every time.
You're fucking right. I tell her all the time.
I think if I had to kill someone in Newcastle, thinking about it logically, it would have to be Mother, just so I could have her shifts on a regular basis rather than just covering them.
Oh yeah.
Like I did 95% of her shifts anyway, because she was very successful and on tour. But it would have been nice to have that extra 5%. Tess?
Oh, here we go. No, I'd probably kill Jasmine Dick.
How dare you kill somebody who's so much better than you?
I can't. How dare you?
That's why I'd kill her.
I suppose your drag is similar in a way. In a way.
I mean, that's why, we're similar, don't take this to heart, Jasmine Dick, we're both shit drag, you know what I mean?
I didn't know Gladys was writing Jasmine's numbers,
but Diggs, Jasmine has this essence where everybody loves her. Like, she can go out and everyone loves her fucking performances, and I'm like, I wish I had that all the time, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't make sense, does it?
I know what you mean, but do you think you would have that if Jasmine wasn't here?
No, probably not.
So you've just been a cunt and killing Jasmine.
Well, no, I'll just kill Miss Lucy. I'll kill Miss Lucy. Take all Miss Lucy. I'll kill her and take all.
You said she was your favourite person to do a number with.
I know. The one person who I'm desperate to perform with, but I'd kill.
Yeah.
Could you imagine a live murder on stage in a test number?
I'm saying I might be able to do the job properly this time, and then I can have Arubas.
That's the whole point. Get in the will, bitch. Get in the will. What else have we got? Have we got any more questions? Questions in, if you like.
What's been your most embarrassing or funniest moment whilst performing?
Oh, Claudia's inboxed us on the Drag Idol chat.
Which is in?
What number is Piddle talking about? Because I have no clue.
The High in the Hill with the Lonely Goat Herd mixed with Gwen Stefani. The same one that every drag queen's done.
I'll just put it in.
I know, I've seen. Aye, every bloody drag queen's done it. She's not stole it from me.
What's your favourite drag gimmick? On that note, like, because there's been a lot of
I hate gimmicks.
What's a gimmick? like a tribute.
Like, if you know the sort of tricks of the trade that queens do for certain numbers, and they'll change the numbers, but they'll keep the sort of essence the same. Like,
do you know, like queens who do a death drop for everyone?
I was literally just about to say when people do the split or do the death drop, I'm like, how many times? You know what I mean?
I don't know. I didn't. I suppose. Well, my favourite one that I do is the teapot. I take because everybody takes the piss out of it, so I do it in every one now. My little.
Like, I always enjoy the Amy Winehouse number with the speeding up of the track for the drugs use and things like that. I like a little pitch change. Tess is just in the middle of going, I don't know what's happening.
I don't know what a gimmick is.
And you made it to the semi-final? I don't...
I'd like to give a shout out to Gladys and Plop right now.
They've got some camp gimmicks. Like, Gladys's wigs. Like...
Yeah, a stacked wig.
Do not dare call those wigs while I am on here.
No, I'm saying it's one of the better gimmicks.
It is that she doesn't wear wigs. She knows. She wears mop heads.
I also always loved Gladys's little...
bop in the lap.
Yeah, you've got to love a lap until she dies.
I feel like Gladys and Mother have the same gimmick. It's just getting mortal on stage and having a good time.
Mother's gimmick that I always think is the reason why they don't work is when she hits the microphone off her crotch. And it work, ironically. But it only seems to work once it's been near Mother's crotch.
Yeah. And belching down the microphone.
Yes. Yeah.
Or coughing. Obviously, before Corona, coughing
pre-Corona
at
days.
people.
Yeah.
Yeah, pre-Corona, coughing at people.
She looked so powerful every time. She was just stood at the door with a tab. And she...
Like, you wouldn't take any shit from Mother if you were trying to get in the bar and she was on the door and she went, no, not today, love. Like, you would go, no problem, thank you. Like, just toddle off, wouldn't you? Hi, everyone. Who else have we got joining us now? I can't believe we'd be going for an hour and 40 minutes. Jeez.
Hello.
For everyone watching, what's your favourite drinks when you're back on the scene? Ooh.
What is my favourite drink?
It's going to be
Amaretto. But how do I have my amaretto?
Double amaretto, little dash of Coke.
In a pint glass.
In a pint glass.
Penny, what's my
own straw?
What's my go-to drink, Penny? You know what I drink.
You love a Coors Light, don't you, girl? She loves a Coors Light.
Lager in the yard.
And I'll just have a banana sambuca if anyone's buying. Thanks, cheers.
Vodka rye and brew.
I do like a vodka rye and brew as well. I do.
Y'all are disgusting. How dare you ruin my national drink with vodka? It's rotted. What else are they saying?
We've got Claudia has said, but yeah, Pebble, to be fair, I always say our drag is very similar.
Yeah, I would say she's the most similar to me.
You get that a lot. You always get compared. Is there anyone that you get compared to a lot?
No, really.
No? What about you, Tess?
I get compared to like Cher Noble and Chanel Marie all the time because I'm such a look queen. No, not really.
We know.
What?
We know not.
I know who you're going to compare us to. I haven't got that wig anymore.
Is there any like drag race queens you get compared to? I don't really get compared to many local queens.
Well, locally, I used to get Mona Lott a lot because we've got very similar attributes.
You've got big noses.
Yeah. She still gets it, so it's kind of like a running joke now. Because even Nana, on Nana's birthday card one year, gave me a birthday card with Mona's face on it. So that was a moment. You've got the wrong face. I was like, I know, dear, I know, but I was being nice. I wasn't going to say. Drag race wise, I used to get Detox a lot. Again, I think it's the nose.
The nose.
Great white girl who used to come up and be like, oh my god.
And
like when you stood outside the yard.
What drag race queen did you say I was like? Aye, Anne thinks that I'm like Rosie, but Rosie is actually Scottish. Penny, was it you as well?
Yeah. When I was watching the episode, I was like, that's Pebble.
But it's funny because Rosie's Scottish.
What's worse though, when you say stood outside the yard in the yard and you get some girl comes up to you and she's like, yeah, Steva, and start doing all of this and like swapping and stuff, and you like that.
I was outside the yard one night with, do you remember little James from the bar? Little Jimmy?
Oh!
His housemate came up to me and went, oh my god, are you Danny DeLonco?
Someone done that to me as well. And then we've all seen the video.
I love my DeLonco. So I just went, but I was like, girl, come around the corner. So I walked around the corner and pointed to my face on the window.
Someone asked me once, I can't think of who it was. I'll have a think, but someone said to me, oh, are you such and such? I can't remember who it was, but I was like, no, that is not me. That's not me. I can't even think who it was.
I've been asked if I was Gladys. I've been asked if I was Penny. I've been asked if I was DeLonco. The only one I've not been asked is if I was Mother. And this man was chasing me about all night looking for Penny, but asking me if I was Penny. I was like, no, she's upstairs.
Did you get the drinks?
Aye, of course. I'm not that. I'm Penny when you're buying.
Of course. That's the way. If anyone is ever offered drinks and they think you're me, take the drinks, because that's exactly what I would do. Franny has said that Tess is the female Muppet with blonde hair. You do look a little bit.
Did you not see the meme she made last time? Every time I wear this hair, Franny decides to make some kind of meme because she's a dickhead.
Who's your favourite yard staff, past or present? Choosters.
My
boyfriend.
I didn't really like any of them. I'm just professional and I work with colleagues. I take it you mean bar staff.
I love Angie.
Oh, I love Angie.
You've obviously never had to work on the bar with Angie.
I could do work with her.
Working on the bar.
I could do work with any of you.
I love it when she's there. But my God, working on the bar. I'm glad we only have a 15-minute handover.
Oh, I loved that fat boy that worked there. Not me. Was it Jay?
No, I don't Google Madame.
Jay, I love Jay. Jay was fun.
I liked when he worked there.
He was a good guy.
I was. A lovely ass. Who was your favourite member of staff, Penny? You've worked there since the 50s.
I've worked there since before it was the yard, dear.
I did love Matty as well.
Penny's been there that long. She's like, my favourite staff member, it was Jesus.
Did you see Ray saying she was terrified of me? Hun, that's most people's first reaction.
I think Pebble was definitely one of those ones that you've got to get used to. Like you've got to be insulted face to face with Pebble, and then you'll understand.
Yeah, I agree.
Lauren was all right, Lauren. I did enjoy our Tuesdays together. Our Tuesdays were never dull.
I liked working with Lauren.
I did enjoy working with Adam as well. I did.
Yeah. Like, he's a good friend. So, yeah, I enjoyed working with him. No, but he was always fucking miserable at work, and I used to just shout at him, so no.
My joys is that I used to have to be happier at work. I had to actively be happier because he was so miserable. And somehow it managed to trick my brain into thinking I was actually happy there.
I was always happy at work when I was drinking.
Negative Adam.
Please put that.
Lauren. Now Pebble is a sweetheart, even though she basically made me ask Ash to be my girlfriend. Look at that. Pebble's setting people up.
Ooh. I know. I can't remember that, but if I knew I'd done something nice, I take it back, you cunt.
The silver black gay scene.
They're a lovely little couple.
Eh?
I'm saying Ray and Ash, they're a lovely little couple. So
well, if you approve of that kind of thing.
So, girls, I'm going to wrap it up in about 10 minutes. But before we go, I do want to know, what was your favourite number that you performed in your year of Drag Idol? If I could watch one performance of you at Drag Idol, which number would you want me to watch?
I'd say my JFK number, not my first number, even though I got a standing ovation on my first number, but my second number I loved more. I found it funnier.
You never got a standing ovation. There was no seats in bloody Powerhouse.
No, by the judges.
All right. Very confused.
But, I'd probably say my week 2, because it was a new theme as well when they brought the decades in, and I originally got the 90s, and I was like, I really didn't want it. I was like, because 90s wasn't that long ago, you know what I mean? And I was going to do something like Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, and then the next morning it got changed to the 60s, and I went straight on Google, and I was like, JFK, the moon, landing. And I enjoyed that number more. And I've actually got some memorabilia from it.
Memorabilia?
Memorabilia.
I love that.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
It's mother took me.
So mine would be either movie week, where I did Misery, which I feel like... that's probably my favourite week, because I feel like no one expected me to do Misery. So movie week. But I did really love doing Brave as well for Disney week. But yeah, movie week's probably my favourite, because it's one that I repeated at the finale as well.
Yeah.
See, I'm glad my year didn't get Disney, because that was the one I was dreading. Oh.
It wouldn't be Tessa's Inner Life if she didn't do that.
If I didn't drop the phone. That's my gimmick. My gimmick. It is. Made up. Frida's just put Tess, my favourite was your toilet one. That was my worst one, so she can fuck off.
Oh, I love that one.
What, my toilet one?
Yeah.
It was my worst one. I hate watching it back.
That's why I like it, because you've done poor.
We've had another question from Lauren, because she's on fire with it. We all know Mother hates playing Sweet But Psycho. What song do you hate playing that gets requested? Which songs do you hate hearing?
Sweet But Psycho. I hate it. And then whatever the song is that she released after, that's the exact same melody.
It's true.
Hate that.
I haven't really had much DJing experience yet, but one song I hate to hear in a gay bar is RuPaul Cover Girl, because you hear it that many times, everyone gets up and everyone thinks they're RuPaul.
I can say mine's been a very recent one, even though I've had lots of songs that I've hated playing, including Penny Arcade over the time of doing drag. Dance Monkey is my all-time fucking worst ever. Request Dance Monkey in a gay bar song.
It is
I love that song.
Miss Bruce is in the building. Hello, Miss Bruce.
Hello, Miss.
Oh, hello, Miss Bruce.
Hi, my lovely. She's just catching the last 9 minutes of it, to be fair. But, you know, she's here.
Ray's made it obvious why we all hate the song. She's literally wrote Sweet But Katana.
Sweet But Katana. There was one time Katana came up and just typed it in herself for me and just kind of queued it up.
Were you too busy drinking banana?
I think I might have performed it.
What, Sweet But
I think I might have performed it at one point.
Frida said, I love hearing the Penny Arcade song. Fun fact, Adrian named me Penny Arcade because we couldn't remember the name of the song. So it's Adrian's fault that I'm called Penny Arcade. Because we spent a whole day trying to remember the name of this song that had trumpets, and he hears it in Spain.
I don't think I know this song.
You don't know Roy Orbison, Penny Arcade? Step up and play, machine seems to play as I walk round and round the Penny Arcade. That was such a shit impression, but...
Who sings that?
It was Roy Orbison. Yeah.
Oh, I love Roy Orbison. He sang that shite.
He did.
That sounds like the song you'd play in Benidorm.
It was also covered by Black Lace, who sang Agadoo.
Oh, but there you fucking go. Leave chat.
People might reflect it now more. I hope not. But yes, if you do want to spend your last dime, we do have a PayPal down here.
Oh, thanks, Ray.
Transition.
Because I am currently furloughed and I do want to get some more props, so I'm not wearing the same shit every week. So if you do want to support my drag, get yourself in here. And if the girls have PayPals as well, we will post them in the edited version of the top bit so you can support the girls directly as well. We're gonna call it a day for tonight. Don't forget to tune in on Sunday for our first ever Watch What Happened live with Penny Arcade, where we'll be watching the 2017 version of Drag Idol. I will be commenting along, hopefully with some special guests. But
Who
for
was
now,
in 2017?
What?
Who was in 2017?
I have no idea.
Dragon in the Wind.
So, I don't know, I haven't seen it. So can we throw up some hearts for the girls, please? Can we give it up for our Tess and Pebble? Thank you very much for joining me tonight, girls. It's been an absolute blast.
Lovely to be with you, man.
Thank you to everyone for their questions, and hopefully one day we will get Michelle on the live to join us. If anyone wants to take part in next week's Tuesday, drop me a message. You can come and join us. You don't have to be in drag. You can be one of the regulars. You can be one of the ex-staff. You can be absolutely everyone. We love to have a little mixed panel in here. And we will see you all again Sunday, 7 o'clock, Drag Idol, Watch What Happened Live, and then back here next week for #Tuesday. But from me, Tess and Pebble, we'll see you all again soon. Good night. Take care. Ta-ra.
Oh my God. Penny, hearing you say that. Love you.